Hello traders, right, first off I want to apologise if you hear any weird noises, dogs barking, beach crunching, because I'm literally parked on the beach. Literally I step out of my van, my motorhome, and I am on the beach, and then it's, depending on the tide, it's either 20 foot away from me or could be whatever, 100 metres. So I wanted to make this video about, plus I want to make a few videos to get back into the habit and also get into the new software that I've been testing, OBS, Windows OBS, because it's a lot more flexible, and it allows streaming as well, which I hope to do at some stage. So um, I wanted to talk about really the fact that there are no shortcuts, and also everything works. Every trading strategy you look at will probably work. There are no holy grails. I scalp purely because it gives me the flexibility of finding trades most of the time in minutes, occasionally like one really odd one, I think it was last week or the week before, that I wasted hours when on the wrong chart when I could have found trades everywhere. So that's just one of those things, very rare for me. But normally you can just draw a few lines on a chart. You'll find a 2B on an M1 chart, and then providing it's bouncing off of supply or demand, you will get a decent scalp off of it. Gold has been amazing this morning. But anyway, I digress. What I wanted to talk about was the fact that there is no fast fix for trading. There is no holy grail method for trading. Scalping for me works because it means I have no FOMO, and that was the biggest hurdle for me, really, was trying to find perfect trades using multiple time frames, and the fear of missing out forces errors. So I had to devise a way using the 3CR and the 2B and multi-time frame analysis, which originally started with moving average crossovers, and then adding the momentum and the timing in as well. But my point here is, and it's in the title, is that no matter how much money you pay people for courses, one-to-one sessions, mentoring. Some people are charging $10, $20, $30,000 for mentoring, and creating 3 or 4 year plans. It's just ludicrous, really, and it really has started to wind me up. The bad people, bad players in this industry, because I would say, and I've thought about this a lot, I would say that really and truthfully, if you say, for example, you chose the 2B, you should never need more than 2 or 3 months worth of tuition in terms of the mechanics of it, probably no more than 3 or 4 weeks, if the truth be told. And then, as I mentioned on my Twitter feed over the weekend, then you have to focus on the way to the mental game. So you've got to work on, like I did, I worked out that scalping was the right way for me, and giving myself the ability to find hundreds of trades a week or a dozen a day or whatever worked well, because it negates FOMO, and because literally if I wanted to try to find a trade now, I would literally sit on the chart, on a 1 minute chart, and create a plan. And this should be down now. So let's just finish off my conversation, and then we'll have a look for a trade. So don't, someone says, oh, it's a 3 year mentorship plan and this, that, and the other for 5 grand or 10 grand or 15 grand. It's in my opinion, it's rubbish. Learn something like the 2B, add momentum, add a few indicators if necessary, and then just focus on, I would do it on demo. I don't believe this. You got to have skin in the game and use real money and stuff like that. And then other people say, yeah, just make it cents, pennies, whatever you want to call them, and trade that. Well, there is no value to pennies instead of demo trading. So who gives a monkeys whether you lose 10 cents or 50 cents in a trade? You're just gonna you're not gonna treat it like real money, because it isn't. And I've done it. Believe me, I've tried everything. Um, using real money is the biggest mistake you can possibly make, because why not give me the 5 grand or 50 grand or whatever you load up into a real money account, depending on your leverage, and you'll just burn it. We all do it. You could find 50 finally, 50 good traders that have been through the mill, and they will all say a similar thing. I'm certain of it. There's always going to be exceptions in everything we do. There's always going to be traders that can do it within a year or whatever, months maybe. But there are those occasions when even the best of us get affected by adrenaline, and we'll chase a trade, blow accounts, and that might be 3, 5, 10 years into your trading. I know one of the big guys, big guns, well, it might be Mike Minervini, I think his name is, and a few of those big players have admitted, they've got 10 years down the line and they've blown an account, blown millions. So forgive me if I've quoted the wrong name there. I don't mean to call out anyone wrongly, and it wasn't that was not the intention. It's just the fact that we all do it. Even the best of us, the real best of the best, can blow accounts 10 years down the line. So you have to have a long-term game plan. There are no quick fixes. All of these rooms, and especially these guys that have popped up, I'm not going to name any names anymore, that become what I call baby strategy sellers. They've done a couple of hours, a couple of months or 6 months, blown ludicrous amounts of money, and realise that the only way they're going to make money is sell subs. And they've got a year under their belt, and all of a sudden, and they're trading, making fortunes on, apparently making fortunes on funded accounts and stuff. And that's all, it's all smoke and mirrors as well. I mean, this industry is a cesspit. It's an absolute cesspit. So be careful who you listen to. Always do your own research. That's a very important thing I've learned. Don't even listen to me. Do what works for you. But look, there's a 2B setting up here. It's all wrong because we need to break that high there with a new momentum trigger, and there, and then pull back again and potentially hit it. So, but we should be trading this short anyway. So getting back on topic again, you are your worst enemy. You're adrenaline trading. I don't call it over trading anymore because it's adrenaline trading. You have a good trade, make, I don't know, 5 grand, £500, £50, whatever is your target. The adrenaline is flooding through your brains. All of a sudden you're God, and then you'll blow it the rest of the day. And this is why I say trading rooms are bad, signal sellers are bad, because what happens between the times that you get this signal that gives you the adrenaline rush, you're going to take bad trades. Been there, done that, got that t-shirt. No doubt thousands of traders that have, got to consistent profitability will have done it themselves as well. So there you go, guys. Don't jump in paying massive amounts of money for trading courses, trading rooms, live rooms, mentorship, and all that lot. Obviously, if you feel you need, because I will be going down that route, to be fair, to filter out the people that haven't got the determination, that's the right word, to go the course, and don't understand that it will take years and years and years and lots of mistakes along the way to get to the point where you are able to do what I'm doing right now, living on a beach in the summer and living in the sun in the winter. That's the intention this year anyway, and traveling as much as I possibly can. So that's it, guys. So let's have a look at this this little potential 2B here. So if we break and close above this, we've broken above the sellers. In other words, these sellers have failed to hold the buyers. That's it, simple as that. So there it is there. And if we close above there with the right triggers here, that's a long. Simple as that. And what you will see is the buyers, the sellers, continually being tested and being beaten by the sellers. And eventually they give way. And this leads me on to another point I make, or don't make enough, but I believe, and obviously I trade, is that it is the first reversal, the first failure in this instance of the sellers to hold the buyers, that is the important trade. You know, that's why I love these reversals so much, and I don't point that out enough actually. I learned that from watching 3CRs and 2Bs of course as well, but someone, I can't remember who it was, but someone I admired because they stood up and told all the myth perpetuators that trends start on a 1 minute chart, and that made so much sense to me. He was actually a trader that I was in awe of years ago, who was trading the tick charts on the Nasdaq and US 30 and stuff like that, indices. And he was the RRR, which I also, at the moment, I'll never say never, but I do disagree with that, reward risk ratio. His RRRs were 5, 6, 7 to 1. It was just phenomenal, actually, to watch. But he didn't really educate. He just took the trades, said, "I've done this, I've done that," and I could see why. But he wouldn't give away many of his secrets. Real clever guy. I remember him trading from his hot tub one time, one evening on the NAS. So anyway, that's it. I'm rambling now, but this isn't happening because it's not the correct setup there. There was one before I took long, back to the daily open line. This one, I only took 18 pips out of it and then got distracted by a phone call and other stuff. But as you can see, I mean, that is a 150 pip move from it was an M1 entry, so a little dog outside somewhere. I'm due for, I've had a walk and I'm due for a swim now, so take the scroll off there. So that was the entry, the blue arrow there, and you can see everything's correct here. We've just crossed over the 0 line on the MACD as well, and that would have been just short of 150 pips. The actual move was over 150 pips to the top. As I say, I was distracted on the phone, but I was ready for it. Another thing, while we're making this video, might as well do it all in one as opposed to mess about with multiple videos. This was always a short. This was always a sell. So when you get those big moves like that, this was an interesting thought I had on my walk this morning. You get those big moves, you expect them to happen. That's just that wick there, you can see. There. You know, we should be looking for shorts based on this H1 chart, and as you can see, it is going short right now, because the indicators and the 3CRs and all the other stuff and this big 2B reversal here going on. Let's have a look at it on the M40. That is the 2B there. So that's the high, VIX Sporandios. That's the pullback, that's continuation. That's the break through that level bar. Let's draw them on there for you. I see these in my sleep now, and that's good, and that's what you need to train yourself to do. So that's the low of the trigger bar, and well, trigger bar, I think, poke bar pokes through. Low of the poke bar is where we should consider going short, and then you could drop to lower time frames and look for perfect looking, so we're on M13, you could go to M15, excuse me. Look for a perfect looking close through that green line, and you can go to M5. So this is the thing that Vic didn't really elaborate on, multi-time frame stuff, and this is the stuff I've learned via the 3CR evolution, as it were. So we've broken through and closed. Look what happens. We get a pullback because we've tested and broken this old support over here, which is the green line, of course. But the higher the time frame, the bigger the level, in other words, and the less important these support levels become. So I hope that makes sense. So that there will be a wick, almost certainly. Well, I think let's have a look. So it's not quite a wick there. Probably the wick on the 30, isn't it, that we talked about? Yeah, there it is. There's the wick there. So, that is a weaker area on M5, M1, etc. And you can clearly see that now. That's the powerful level, and this is how I'm now converting to closes of candles and line chart 3CRs. So that's the close. That's the breakthrough, the close. So now we could even get a more an earlier entry, more advanced entry. So the point being with 2Bs and combining the 3CR and the momentum and the timing is you can do nothing but improve. Vic Sperandio's 2B was fantastic at the start, and thanks to Vic, appreciations. But you cannot stop improving. You cannot stop improving, in my opinion. And I've done that, 20 years, and I'm still finding new stuff every single day. And a word about the indicators as well. These aren't Holy Grail indicators. I mean, the MACD has been around forever. Coloured is slightly, it's a modified one, of course, but MT4. But I loved the RSI histo. I added that because it worked perfectly with the 3CR. It's the best thing I've ever found. But every indicator, like I said, the MACD, stochastics, I like histograms. I like to see like traffic lights. If it's red, I've got to go short. If it isn't red and I'm looking for a short, then I can't go short. If it's green, I'm looking for long. If it isn't green when I'm looking for long, then I can't go long. Keeps me out of bad trades. As you can see, this gold is creeping down now. So a long-winded video, apologies, I'm going to get a lot better at these. I wanted to make a longer one, and I wanted to advise against anyone that thinks this is a fast, paying anyone, £500 or £600, expecting to be a trader in a month. The other bad thing is you are also going to, to keep swapping different Holy Grail methods. Bollinger's are the Holy Grail. VWAPs are the Holy Grail, Fibonacci reversals are the Holy Grail. Everything is the Holy Grail. Everything is the best. But to me, 2B reversal and scalping is the best for me. And back to the indicators, everything works. But this was based on the 3CR, and this is my Holy Grail indicator. The RSI histo bust, pullback, break and close. The TMA does a similar thing, bust, pullback, break and close, and the TMA has its own place on my charts, as it were, as an indicator, because it is phenomenal. I used it looking at BTC yesterday. We could see clearly the TMA, and I won't go over to BTC, but that was monster moves over the weekend. A lot of very unhappy crypto traders, no doubt, hodl traders, but this has its value as well. I could go on forever about the value of various indicators, but then you can use any indicator. This is why, TradingView is not a major problem. I love TradingView, but I don't like the fact that I can't get my exact same indicators on there and exact same setup. I don't even like the colors. This is how stupid I am. Don't even like the colors on TradingView. I love this bright green. There's nothing like it. I don't know whether you can get custom colors built for you. If you could, that would actually convince me to change over possibly. Anyway, Sorry for the rambling video. I hope you've got some value from this. Again, kind of everyone to give comments and thumbs up and all that malarkey. And I shall get better at this, I promise you. But that was a nice 2B down. And we should be looking for shorts. And as you can see, it is going sell. But nothing of what I do is trade advice, as it were. Just do your own research and learn to trade from studying your charts. And for those that have more questions and are able to afford a little time with someone like myself, or bespoke videos in the future possibly, then that will be hopefully an option in the future, but a very, very low key thing indeed, you know. There you go, that is going down again. Look at M1, which was to be expected, but you've also got to remember, if you're looking at this and thinking, oh, I might trade gold, or I should look at gold, remember the time of day, folks. It's 11 minutes past 10, which is the close of the FXH4, which is in alignment. That's why I use it. It's in alignment with the US Open. See, this is pulling back. I mean, basically, this is sideways now. You know, we've had the moves, we've had the, this is accumulating now for later on. So it should, and this isn't trade advice again, it should still continue down. There is no red news today. But it's way over its 10-day ADR. I need to change this as well. I want to change it to 5 because obviously with the volatility in the markets, and it is huge at the moment, it's more important to know what happened, in my opinion, more important to know what happened within 5 days than it is with the 10. Last note, yeah, so I was talking about this. So don't, you know, there is another H4 close because the gold market opens an hour later than the currency markets, and a lot of the indices do as well, which means there's going to be some sort of focus on that H4 candle, you know, no other reason than the fact that it is a candle close. I trade H1 candle closes, M30 candle closes. You can find scalps on those, providing everything looks right on here. You know, you can see this is clearly wrong now, but if nothing moves at the 10 o'clock H4 close, then I will look to gold and the indices to see what's going on, and try and find a valid one, you know, AAA, triple plus trade at those times as well. So, you know, and as you can see, scalping, you know, these moves are massive. One candle on gold, that green candle there, for example, is 18 pips. Well, I used to go for 5 or 6 pips because I followed Billy TT on Forex Factory, an ex-City trader. And when you find 2 or 3 of these people that stick together, you know, they know, you know, they're not selling anything. They're just trying to help traders for nothing. And they will filter out, you know, one City trader will know an ex-City trader and another one will know another one. That's my point. So, you know, if you can find 2 or 3 on the same thread on Forex Factory, you know, you can expect them to be telling you, putting you in the right direction, as it were. So yeah, 5 pips a day he was doing. I think he was on making $3 a trade thereabouts. When he was in the city, he made a house on one trade, I think. So and houses in the UK aren't cheap. But I'm rambling now, so thanks for watching. Have a great day. Now I've got to work out how to switch OBS off again.